They should have stopped that game after 18 runs, man. How you guys doing? Happy Tuesday to everybody. Hey, Jeremy, they just canceled school tomorrow for our kids because of thunderstorms. Probably, I guess, the same stuff you're getting up there or down there or wherever it is. Yeah. First time I ever heard that. I've heard snow, I've heard hurricanes. I've never heard thunderstorms before. Well, the ACC has made it clear they only care about two teams. And in the long run, I think they shot themselves in the foot. Time will tell, but I think at the end of this thing, within 4 or 5 years, there's going to be more than just two schools looking to leave the ACC. But not all of them can afford to leave before the grant of rights is up, but there may be a couple. So other than the football news with the ACC, we also have the March Madness starting here. I guess next week, right? I think it's March the 11th. Yeah, it starts on March the 11th. Not March Madness, but the ACC tournament rather. The ACC tournament starts on March the 11th, ends on March the 15th. So Wahoo, Brad. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. South Carolina fans wanted to see a good baseball team play, and theirs isn't any good, so. Well, at least they have women's basketball to fall back on. We'll get started here in just a second. Hashtag draft Ballard. We'll see, buddy. We'll see. Oh, you're talking about the basketball game. I thought you were talking about a baseball game. I got you. Well, same difference. Their basketball team sucks, too. They're getting blown out by Georgia right now. Which was the easiest bet of the day, by the way. I think South Carolina's like won 2 SEC games. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this music. It sounds like a mix between Mario Brothers and I don't know what this is. Fucking song here. Wow. Doesn't it sound like Mario Brothers? Wow. All right, let's get rid of that. Let's get this thing started here. Jeez, I don't know. Could you hear that, Sea-Dog?
It was like 8-bit music, right?
I don't know what that was. It's funny, though.
What were you playing? Like a radio?
Yeah, it's just this YouTube channel that streams 24 hours a day, like synth music.
Ah.
And it's hit or miss. Like sometimes they got some pretty decent stuff on there, but I don't know what the hell that was. It sounded like a Nintendo game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome to the ACC show, everybody. I'm your host, Pigskin Pete, joined by my friend, colleague, and co-host. Everybody knows Sea-Dog. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
What's up, Pete and everybody? Having a good time.
Are you as angry as your buddy Rec Talk is about this ACC lawsuit settlement between Florida State, Clemson, and the ACC?
So I haven't been keeping up with it as damn 800 number calling me. I wonder if it's a cruise.
Might be.
But I haven't been keeping up with it as much, so I'm not quite sure. But from what I've heard, it's not a good sign or deal for the ACC. But honestly, I've seen this coming for a long time. Like the ACC has been down bad for a while. Like,
yeah,
it's just another step towards the conference falling apart, which I've been seeing that coming for years.
Yeah, in my opinion, this gives both Florida State and Clemson room to leave before the grant of rights is up in 2036, I think. Well, let's just get into it here. I'll just read for those of you who don't know. I'm sure most of you know. Well, Sea-Dog doesn't know, so we need to fill him in. So what they're doing is called revenue distribution or brand initiative, which is a funny way to put it. First involves a new revenue distribution model based on viewership or brand initiative calculated on a 5-year rolling average. The new model will operate a 60-40 split, meaning the highest rated teams will receive a larger portion of revenue while remaining share will be evenly distributed among the rest of the conference. Now, what this actually is automatically 40% of the TV revenue is going to be split against the 14 ACC teams, excluding the 3 that just joined, excluding Cal, SMU, and Stanford. The other 60% will be split evenly among, will be rated based on TV viewership ratings, and they're going off of the last 5 years. So every year it'll be the previous 5 years that they determine who gets the most money and who gets the least. Mm-hmm. Now, the weird thing about this is that to my knowledge, well, I know no, not so far, but to my knowledge, the only people that have a say in this are Clemson and Florida State and the ACC themselves. Like no other team gets a say in this, which I can't even believe is happening.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that, like, in my mind, this is just going to bring up lawsuits from other schools suing the ACC. The reason the ACC wanted to make this deal and settle was because they're paying out the nose for the past year for lawyers. This lawsuit's costing the ACC money, so they wanted to settle. Well, if 4 or 5 or 6 other schools decide to sue the ACC now, then they're going to be right back where they started, or even worse. The positives for a couple of teams, for Florida State and Clemson, if they really are thinking about leaving the ACC, neither one of those schools has the money to pay out the grant of rights. I think we already knew that, despite what Florida State and Clemson fans thought was going to happen. They don't have that kind of money. But if they're making an extra $15 million or more per year for the next 5 years, by the time you get to 2030, they could take that extra money that they've earned in this revenue sharing deal and buy themselves out of the ACC. It'll be 75 in 2030. It'll be $75 million buyout, as opposed to whatever it was, 175 if they wanted to get out now.
Yeah.
So, what happens if Florida State and Clemson, once we reach 2030, say, "Well, thanks for the extra money. Now we're going to buy our way out of the ACC," and then they're stuck right back where they were before. And then on top of that, you might have other teams ready to leave too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I can't think of a time in my life of a conference that's been more poorly run.
Yeah.
Than the ACC is being run for the past 10 years, and especially now.
It's bad. It's really sad to watch, honestly. I mean, I just hope the Jackets can freaking get out too. I mean, like I hope we're not. I just don't want to be relegated.
Well, if the Jackets can come up with $75 million in 2030, they can get out too.
Yeah.
So here's what it says.
Will have us. I mean, Clemson doesn't have to worry about it because they're desirable, but I mean,
yeah, I don't know. You think that Georgia Tech won't be desirable for let's say for the Big Ten?
Maybe. I mean, the Big Ten has so many big teams though. That's like, I don't know. That's a solid maybe. But let me get but correct me. You said that it's the teams that are viewed more will make more money. Is that what you said?
Yeah, essentially, they take an average of the last 5 years of TV ratings.
That's actually good for Georgia Tech. I think we were like the second or third.
No, you were the most last year.
The most. Yeah.
The most. Yeah, because you had the kickoff game against Florida State and Ireland.
Yeah.
And then you had like 4 games that were one possession games that went either way. And then you had the 8 overtime game against Georgia. So that really boosted Georgia Tech's ratings, TV ratings. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm stoked on that.
So I don't think that's probably going to repeat this year. But if you can stay in the top 2 or 3 or 4 over the next 5 years, that'll change your position and your revenue. But again,
we're just more there's a better product to watch recently. I mean, I think everybody can agree on that. We're just more fun to watch.
The lipstick they're trying to put on this pig, or the ACC is just saying, well, you know what, this is an incentive to win, because the more you win, the more people watch, the more money your school makes. Yeah. And I'm thinking, yeah, but this is the example I gave on the midday show the other day when I was talking to Rec. I was like, okay, let's take Wake Forest, for example. How much do they have to win over the next 5 years to get the kind of TV, are that much more people going to watch Wake Forest because they won 9 or 10 games than they're watching them now?
Yeah, that's rough. Wake Forest is...
Yeah, same with Duke. I mean, Duke might be a very good team this year, next year, and the year after, whatever. But it's still Duke. I mean, they're not going to get the TV ratings You need more than just your fan base watching.
Yeah.
If all the Duke fans watch all the Duke games, that's great. They'd probably do anyway. But what you need is a national audience.
Right.
And that's hard to get. There's only a few teams that get that. But yeah, I just think it was I think it was a terrible deal for the ACC. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, as a Clemson fan, I'm sitting here going, well, we're getting $15 million probably a year more than everybody else, so I should be happy about it. But I'm not.
Well, y'all are sitting pretty. I mean, but as far as it's good for Clemson and Florida State, but as far as the ACC, yeah, not so much. So.
Yeah, Millis says somebody just cash at me $165 million and I'll leave. Yeah. There's a cash app in the description of this video. Just cash at me $165 million and I'll get Clemson out of the ACC today. We won't have to wait till 2036. So here's the numbers. It goes beginning in 2025, the exit fee will drop to $165 million. Will continue to decrease by $18 million per year until reaching $75 million in 2030. So, it's ironic that $15 million is the number they use that Clemson and Florida State will most likely be getting for the next 5 years. C-Dog, I know you're a very smart person.
Yeah.
What's 15 times 5?
What made you think I was a smart person?
Well, I'll help you out. 15 times 5 is 75,
Okay.
which is the exact number that they would need in 2030 to buy themselves out of the ACC.
Yes.
Is that a coincidence?
Yeah, I think I'm smelling what you're stepping in.
Yeah. So, I think the ACC shot themselves in the foot on there. Good afternoon, sir.
Well, what's new?
Well, yeah, I know.
Well, I'm going to disagree with one small point. I do think the Pac-12 obviously was ran worse.
Okay, I'll concede that to you. Yeah. Yeah, because they don't exist anymore. And they're about to turn into a glorified group of 5 conference and call themselves a Power 5 conference.
I mean, in reality, though, isn't that what the Big 12 has done?
Kind of, except that they didn't disband, though, really.
No, they didn't disband, but you certainly didn't make up for what you lost. And, you end up essentially with a bunch of Wake Forest, Duke equivalents with a few Power 5 programs sprinkled in there, or a group of 5 programs sprinkled in there.
I'm going to see if I can find the highest rated ACC teams. I saw a list, I think it was on Twitter. It was Florida State, Clemson. I believe after that was Miami. I want to say Louisville. Then it was, it might have been Georgia Tech after that. Let's see here. See if I can find it.
If I were to come up with a ranking off the top of my head, it would probably be very similar.
Yeah, and this will change from year to year. This was just... Now, here's the other thing we're talking about. Like, so this includes both football and basketball, but obviously, I think somebody said 75 to 80% of the revenue comes from football. So the basketball teams like North Carolina and Duke, and I guess Virginia, schools like that who are typically very good basketball programs, they won't be affected as much as, say, a Wake Forest or a Boston College would. But still. But yeah, Georgia Tech was the most last year.
I'm not even certain how much Boston College is going to be affected because that's a Catholic school. Like
I know you have this theory that they're funded by the Vatican.
All Catholic schools are funded by the Catholic Church.
Well,
I mean, that's a fact.
Yeah. Also, we did something we didn't even mention. You know, this is the ACC continues to make Notre Dame look better and better. Because if Notre Dame was in this conversation, they would automatically go to number one because they would have they have one of the highest viewerships nationally in all the conferences, or nationally. So they would automatically get more than everybody else. This is also is a good reason to claim independence. If you're a smaller school who's making less than everybody else, you may as well go independent. But I can't find a list here. I don't know. I still think you're going to see the same, 3 or 4 usual suspects, no matter whether it's a 5-year rolling thing or not. It's going to be Florida State, Clemson, Miami, all 3 at the top pretty much every year. In any order you want to put them in, depending on how good they are. And then everybody else is going to be fighting for that 4th and 5th and 6th spot. So it's not really sharing. It's a bunch of bullshit is what it is. So if I'm still on YouTube in 2030, we'll have a stream dedicated to we'll just have an ACC funeral. I wonder if Pastor Dave is still around. Could he preside over the ACC funeral?
I'm not sure if there will be a funeral though. Like, as much as rapidly as things are changing, like I something tells me by 2030 we're not going to be looking at any of this in the same light that we're looking at it today.
Well, that's a fair point because nothing looks anything the same today as it did 5 years ago.
Exactly.
And things are changing rapidly, yeah. Vandy Dandy seems to think Florida State and Clemson will pay the buyout before 2030. I don't know. If Clemson was smart, they'd wait till 2030. They'll pocket the $75 million they're going to make extra between now and then just pay themselves out in 2030.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you know as well as I, these schools aren't just going to pocket that money. They're going to use it.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe that's part of their exit plan. I don't know. I have a hard time believing they're going to pony out $100 million plus to get out, and that's what they would have to do before 2030. So, or close to it. I think it would be like 92 or 93 million or something like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they've got money, but I don't think they have that much money.
Well, and I would actually argue they probably do have that much money. It's just a willingness to spend it on getting out of the conference.
Right.
Which,
yeah.
by the way, as it sits, they've got nowhere to go.
That's another good point. Well, they don't have somewhere to go until they do. I mean, I think that somebody would definitely take them. The question is who?
I mean, you say that, but like I as it sits, now granted, some of this is confirmation bias. I think these conferences are hitting the limit on how big they can get. So, like, I believe Greg Sankey when he says they're not looking to add any more teams right now, especially with the shit show they've made of their conference schedule that nobody likes.
Well, they're not looking to add teams until they say they are. It's kind of like, it's kind of like a head coach being like, I'm not leaving here. I'm happy where I'm at. And then 2 weeks later, he's like, well, I'm out the door to XYZ school.
Oh, and I completely get that. And that's not the point I'm arguing. The point I'm arguing is, and it's something that we've talked about before on here and on the midday show. Like, I think you're really reaching the limit of how big you can make these conferences.
Well, if the ACC ends up falling apart and goes the way of the Big East, for example, where you have North Carolina and Virginia and Duke and those kind of teams create a basketball conference more or less, and then everybody else sort of filters out around it, and you have essentially a couple of super conferences. I guess it would be the Power 3, or maybe even the Big 12 would disband at that point, become the Power 2. I don't know. But it's
Yeah, and in my opinion, that would be probably the death nail in the coffin.
I would.
Football.
I think that would be the death nail. I mean, if you would have asked me 5 years ago, did I think we'd be where we are now? I would have said you're crazy. You would have sounded like a conspiracy theorist. But we're here. So, and again, some people might take the route Notre Dame's taken and be like, you know what, screw this, we're just going to go independent.
I could see that, because Notre Dame's kind of the last holdout, and some people decide that it's more plausible to go independent again. Because I'm sure Clemson could come up with a schedule. I'm sure Miami could come up with a schedule. Florida State, I'm sure, could.
Yeah, all it takes is getting a deal with a network to pay you more than whatever you were making in the ACC. And I think there's at least 4 or 5 teams in the ACC that could do that when you include both football and basketball. I mean, I think out of all the teams in the ACC, the one that would probably be the most successful if they went independent would be Miami.
Probably, because Miami's been independent the most recently. It's fun to poke at, Miami not winning the ACC or only having so many conference titles, period. But Miami didn't join a conference at all until the 90s. They were independent until then.
Well, Miami has, probably not to the scale. I don't know the numbers, obviously, but as Notre Dame, but you have a national fan base.
Sure.
I don't think Clemson does. I mean, they have a huge fan base, but it's mostly relegated to the Southeast. But you go anywhere in the country, you're going to see Miami fans. They're all over the place.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think there's probably a dozen and a half schools that could probably make that claim.
In all the country, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I was about to make a point. I forgot what it was now. And what year Georgia Tech was independent for a while. What year did they join?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was early 90s.
Yeah.
What year was it that they left the SEC? That's what I don't know. Like, how long were they in between the SEC and the ACC?
I think it was like 10 years we were independent.
Okay.
Were you independent when you played in the national championship game against Colorado?
No.
Okay.
So it might have been early 80s. I'm not actually sure.
Yeah. Well, that's when Florida State joined, wasn't it, in the early 90s?
Yeah, Florida State joined a conference in 90, and I think Miami was behind them the next year in 91.
Yeah, I know it was Bobby Bowden.
Yeah, because I want to say that we left in the 60s.
Oh, wow. So y'all were independent for about 20, 25 years then.
No, we were independent, and we were independent probably the late 60s, like 68 or something. And we were
okay.
About 10 years.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, Georgia Tech fared better than Tulane and all that. I'll give them that much.
Yeah. I don't know. We never should have left the SEC.
why did you leave the SEC?
We left it because Bobby Bowden, which is one of our not Bobby Bowden, Bobby Dodd. I just cussed. Bobby Dodd, which is one of our most famous. I mean, what our stadium's named after. He did not like the practice of like processing players, like taking away their scholarship after.
Oh, yeah.
So, he just disagreed with that. So, You know,
Which is funny because, like, PR wise, you couldn't get away with that shit today.
what?
You couldn't get away with pulling a player's scholarship for no reason today.
I think it still happens though.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe not on the scale that it used to, but I'm sure it still happens.
Yeah, well, but not just to, oh, this player's better, so we're pulling your scholarship and giving it to him.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Dabo's the opposite. He gives scholarships to people who don't deserve them.
I'm sure they would have loved each other, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, as if Kirk Herbstreit couldn't pay for his kids to go there.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Speaking of Dabo, he agreed with Pete in his press conference the other day. They were asking him about, all the spring game cancellations and tampering and everything. And he said the same thing I said. He said, tampering is going to happen whether you have a spring game or not. So, nobody's going to watch a spring game and be like, oh boy, we really need that guy. Let's go tamper. Like, so, and that's the exact same thing I said a few weeks ago whenever these schools announced they were canceling their spring games.
Yeah, that's so dumb. Like, the worst possible case scenario is you see an unproven guy, say Phil Mampa's gone, so you see a running back have a really good spring game. But you still haven't seen him in a game. Ain't nobody gonna take a shot and probably tamper with him on an unproven commodity.
Well, my position is if there's a player out there that's good enough to tamper for, you would have known he was good enough before a spring game even occurred.
Exactly.
And I also use the example of Danny Pearman, the third string walk-on quarterback for Clemson last year. He was the best quarterback in the spring game, and a lot of Clemson fans were like, "Hey, we need to bench Klubnik, put this guy in based on his spring game performance." And I'm like, "Whoa, what? What are you?"
I mean, listen, up to that point, if you'd have left it at bench Klubnik, okay, you got a legitimate argument.
Well, but do they? He ended up being one of the better quarterbacks in the country this year.
I said based off of the information at that point.
Yeah. Well, the information at that point was
season hadn't happened, and all you had was Klubnik's terrible year before.
Yeah, but the information at that point was you had a solidified starter who did not play well the year before, and a walk-on quarterback who played well in a practice game. So, like, under Southern Cal and Nebraska, and who else was it? Texas? Whatever these schools are that canceled their spring games. By that logic, there would have been people tampering to get Danny Pearman from Clemson.
I didn't hear about Texas. I heard USC, and I had obviously heard Nebraska.
Stop, Billy. Stop.
Yeah, I think there's like 4 schools. Didn't know Ohio State too, I think. Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Now Alabama, nobody has to worry about tampering with them because they don't play a spring game. They basically have a Slob Olympics on spring game day. They got 3-legged sack races and shit going on out there. I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Oh, I thought that was Ohio State last year.
Listen to this shit. And I only learned this because I watched a Law Tide video. He said they've got like former players. I'm talking about guys who are retired from the NFL. So they're like in their 30s and 40s are going to play in the spring game. Like fucking Mark Ingram is going to suit up and play running back for the Tide in the spring game.
Oh, good Lord.
That's odd.
Okay, if you're having a summer camp or whatever, because Miami does this. Mark Richt started it, and they've kind of kept it going. They hold camp every summer, sometime in May or June. I don't remember which. But they have former players come back, and they're the coaches during the camp.
Okay, that's
like Jeremy Shockey's the tight ends coach, and Michael Irvin comes in as the wide receivers coach.
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun too. I mean, it's a fan event for most schools anyway. It's a fan event, and also a reason for the coaches to evaluate some of the what I would call bubble players who are like just on the precipice of being a starter and being a backup and sort of make decisions about their roster. But outside of that, it's not serious. So, yeah, bringing back legend players to come on and, be the tight ends coach or whatever, that's fine. But suiting up and playing, now that's a whole nother level there.
Could you imagine Michael Irvin throwing the pads back on? Jesus Christ.
Well, I can see that. As a matter of fact, I can see him doing that. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, bump a couple lines, and he'll probably cook everybody.
Yeah, a couple of rails. Go for a deep route. Fucking blow his back out, probably. He's fucking 60 years old.
Something like that, yeah.
I don't know, man. But Mark Ingram's going to play in the game, and I think he said a couple of other players too. I'm like, that doesn't sound safe to me.
No, okay, there's legitimately some guys out there that have retired that can still go. Like, I've seen clips of T.O. showing up at Jackson State in Colorado with Dion. That motherfucker can still go.
Dog, you think Megatron would come back and play in the Georgia Tech spring game?
I don't think so, man. I think he's pretty broke down these days.
Yeah, he retired early. Well, he played a long time, but he still was playing well when he retired, and I think he just.
In his own words, he was tired of losing. That's why he retired.
Well, yeah, but he also had some injuries, and he was like, I don't want to be in a wheelchair when I'm 60.
Yeah, exactly.
And by the way, I don't blame him one bit for that. A lot of these players stay too long. A lot of these coaches stay too long. What was the name of the coach at Washington a few years ago? Retired at like 45. You know what I'm talking about?
You say that, but there are plenty of guys like, Michael Irvin didn't retire early. He's not in a wheelchair. Fucking Jerry Rice was out there at 45 cooking people.
Yeah, but that's the exception, not the rule, though. And Tom Brady, another example. Obviously, played in his 40s, into his 40s. But,
I mean, I could see it more out of quarterbacks and wide receivers than I say could a running back.
Oh yeah, for sure, a running back.
Or lineman going either way.
Yeah. And Brett Favre was my favorite NFL quarterback of all time, just because I love to watch him play. He was exciting. But I think he stayed too long. He should have never went to Minnesota. I mean, how many concussions did he have? God knows. A lot.
Well, yeah, fucking, yeah. But Troy Aikman said, "Hold my beer." Troy Aikman led the league in concussions like 5 years in a row, which is funny considering the offensive line they had. Great at run blocking, not so much pass blocking.
Yeah, but the thing about head injuries and concussions in general, the more you have, the easier you have them. So that doesn't surprise me. But if you've got $100 million in the bank and you're having injury issues, like what's the? I know you want to win, but you want to sacrifice the rest of your natural life just for what? One more chance at a Super Bowl ring?
Well, some people it's a Super Bowl ring. Some people, look at Adrian Peterson. And shit, he should have stuck around. That motherfucker ain't got two dimes to rub together.
Well, if he doesn't have two dimes to rub together, that's because he mismanages money.
Well, yeah, he kept living that lifestyle even when the checks weren't rolling in anymore.
And he had like 15 kids he was paying child support for, too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he had a lot of kids. I don't know if it was 15, okay, but it was a lot. It was like 10 or something. Yeah, so, that'll drain your bank account real quick. That's what Cam Newton was complaining about on his podcast. He was saying that he made like $170 million in his career, and all that is what the NFL paid him. That doesn't include his endorsements and everything else he was getting into. And he's complaining that, now that he's been out of football for several years, he can't provide the same sort of life for his kids that he would like to, or that he used to. And it's like, bro, you made $150 million plus. If you can't provide for your kids with that kind of money, that's a you problem, bro. I mean, what are you doing?
Hey, Pete, do you know what insurance is on a Bentley and a Ferrari?
No, but okay, buy one Bentley or one Ferrari, not 10.
Hey, man, I'm with you.
I think Cam Newton's another one that has a lot of kids too. I don't know, what is it with athletes with these, having 10 and 12 kids with 10 and 12 different women. I mean, there are things called condoms. I'm not hating on them for, sleeping around. If you're a professional athlete and everyone wants to fuck you, whatever, have at it. If you're not married, have fun.
Work on your pullout game.
Work on your pullout game, or strap it up, something.
Something. I think in the modern era, I think it's Tyreek Hill was trying to catch everybody.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing Elon Musk is a billionaire. He's having kids like every week. He's had 2 kids in the past month for 2 different women. He's got 14 kids now.
Did he? I didn't know he had that many kids.
Yeah, he's got 14 kids.
I knew he had a bunch, but I didn't know he had that.
He's got 14 kids with like 11 different women. So he's worth $400 billion. So he's not going to miss any of the money. But
well, here's the thing. Just because my wife deals with it, they base it off your income. Like, his income ain't shit.
Who?
Elon Musk.
What do you mean by that?
Because he's worth that money. The vast majority of that's like Tesla stock. That's not income coming in.
Yeah. I don't know. I still think he makes a pretty hefty income. Because his income, his net worth continues to increase every year by a lot.
Well, yeah, because the price of Tesla stock keeps increasing.
Yeah.
Like, that's how a lot of, not trying to take this conversation sideways, but that's how, like, a lot of people, money's tied up in assets like real estate or stock. There's not necessarily huge amounts of income coming in. You know what I mean?
You're just wrong about that, Vandy Danny. Elon Musk did not lose $100 billion recently. He paid $40 billion for Twitter. Twitter wasn't even a profitable company when he bought it. He overpaid for it. He admitted he overpaid for it. And now, for the first time in 12 years, it is profitable. It's now making money, which is something that wasn't happening when it was Twitter. And everyone called him stupid and said he didn't know what he was doing. Well, clearly they were wrong. Plus,
sounds more like Jack Dorsey didn't know what he was doing.
Plus, he has government contracts for both Tesla and SpaceX. So,
hey, that man's blown up less rockets than NASA and Georgia Tech put together.
Well, he's shooting off a rocket like every week almost. I mean, it's ridiculous. But he makes better rockets than NASA does for less money. Elon gets a refund every year. Yeah, I doubt that. I think he said he pays like something like $10 billion a year in taxes.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Me too.
Which is fucking ridiculous if you think about it.
Yeah, well, I don't have a problem with billionaires paying taxes. Because we do.
Well, I don't have a problem with them paying taxes either, but like, there's not an argument that anybody could make to me that any person in this country should be paying $10 billion to the government.
Well, if you make $100 billion, if you make 100,000, you're paying 30,000. So if you make 100 billion, you should pay 30 billion. I mean, why don't? They're just better at working the tax system than the average Joe like me or you is.
Well, there's certain thresholds you have to meet for a lot of the deductions, and a lot of us just don't meet them.
Yeah.
Or we do on a much smaller scale.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into a debate in the chat about Elon's taxes. they're public, I think, so you can go look at them. Bottom line is he's paying a fuck ton in taxes. But he might not be paying enough, but he's paying a lot. I'm using my tax return to go on this cruise.
You and me both. And it's taken most of it.
We've been dealing with this freaking cruise. It's ridiculous. I paid.
What do you mean?
Well, I paid extra. Okay, I waited to the last minute to freaking get my passport. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. Well, I took my medicine and I paid extra to have it expedited, and it still hung up. And the problem is, I had to send my freaking birth certificate off with it, which I need to get on the boat, and now it's not going to be here in time.
Why didn't you just take your birth certificate to get on the boat instead of getting your passport? That's what I did.
Well, they said it would be done in time for the cruise, and I
Yeah, but you paid. How much? If you don't mind me asking, how much did you pay for the expedited passport?
$200.
Okay,
Well, that's not terrible.
that's not terrible.
I mean, well, you were born in Georgia, right? So you don't
Yep.
just walk into any health department and you can get another copy of your birth certificate.
Yeah,
I'm literally like we were talking about that on the midday show. I'm gonna have to do that when I fly into Orlando because I've lost mine.
yeah, he doesn't have his.
Yeah, that's funny.
I mean, it's really not. I'm curious where that motherfucker's at.
Yeah.
But yeah, to his point, it costs $12 and it takes 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be in and out of there in 10 minutes.
I went in today, and I was shocked at how easy it was to just get a new birth certificate. Like, I was in and out in five
Oh,
minutes.
so you got it.
30. It cost $30. I went ahead and got 2 of them.
Shit, in Florida, they're only $12. I called them. That's what they told me. $12 in my driver's license.
Not bad.
So you got it then.
Yeah, I went and got it today.
Oh, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm fine. Tomorrow I've got an appointment to go get my passport. They're gonna print one out for me.
they're gonna print one out.
Yeah, because they had to send it to Texas. They sent it to freaking Texas.
First of all, I would never send my birth certificate in the mail.
No.
That's a bad idea. I can't believe they made you do that.
I know.
Like, I could see them have you fax it to them. I could see that.
Yeah.
Well, when I looked into getting my passport expedited, I just had to go to my local passport office or a post office that does passports and show them my birth certificate, and then they send off for it. I wouldn't have had to send my birth certificate off. Like they would take care of it for me.
No, they made me freaking do it. So it was annoying. And now I'm without my birth certificate and my passport. But I got the new birth certificate. I'm going in tomorrow to get the new passport and everything. I'm going to have both. It's going to be great. The only problem now is my idiot brother lost his wallet. So he doesn't have his driver's license.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Which is worse than what I did. Okay.
I don't know. Both pretty bad.
It's worse.
Nah, I don't know.
Well, he has no money to pay for anything now, and
Yeah, but he has the Bank of Sea Dogs, so
yeah, he definitely withdraws from that.
Yeah, the endless pockets of Sea Dog.
Yeah, he's a longtime member.
Yeah. Didn't you build a tiny house for him too?
I'm gonna.
God damn.
Well,
I need Sea Dog as a brother.
Yeah, I need Sea Dog as a brother too. My brother never built a tiny house for me.
Good, bro.
I don't even have a brother. I just have a sister that's a mooch.
Y'all need to tell my brother how good he has it with me.
I'll make sure he knows. So who all's coming with you? We were trying to figure this out the other day. So it's you, B Dog, your brother,
Yeah,
and obviously Mrs. Sea Dog. Is that it?
that's it. Yeah.
Okay, so you're not bringing the posse with you.
Yeah, today was a little more, or this trip was a little more, just tough for everybody else to do. So
Yeah.
the only reason my brother came is because he originally said yes because he thought everybody else was coming, or else there's no way he would have came if he knew it was just me and my wife. But
So who's he rooming with?
Bunk with Wreck Dog.
Yeah.
Wreck Dog.
No, we're not bunking, but we are driving down together, and we got a hotel the night before in Port Canaveral
Well, who's the B-Dog rooming with?
with me.
Oh.
We're all gonna ride together.
So wait, where's your wife rooming?
Well, she's gonna room with us.
Oh, well, you got.
On the cruise, we're staying separate, but we just got a hotel the night before.
Yeah, who's he?
I'm talking about the cruise, not nuts.
The cruise is gonna be me, my brother, and my wife.
All in one room?
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck that.
Well, it's cheaper to do it that way.
I am not going on a Caribbean cruise with my wife sharing a motherfucker. You can go sleep in the hallway for all I care. Kick
Man.
rocks.
Well, if you say so.
You're a better man than me. Props to you.
you have that system where like if there's a sock hanging on the door, then don't come a knocking, or what's going on there?
We're gonna have to work something out. Yeah.
Work something out. Why doesn't he room with Rec Talk? He doesn't have a roommate, does he?
He doesn't, but I got my wife.
No, Rec Talk.
Oh.
Yeah, why didn't you put your brother and Rec Talk in a room together?
Yeah. I don't know. Too late for that now.
Damn.
It's fine.
It's really not.
It's only 3 days.
Yeah. Not even 3 days. 3 nights. It's only really 2 days. I
I'm
mean,
not going. I don't know. I don't know if y'all do, but I don't really consider this a vacation for like us. It's really just to do the Slob Olympics. So I'm
That
not.
motherfucker. This is the closest thing to a vacation that I've had every year for 4 years. So
Well,
yeah,
we haven't gone on vacation either, besides the Slobs. So it is.
And I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. With all the shit that went down in 2024, it feels like it's been 3 years since I've been to Slob.
What went down in 2024?
Don't worry about it. Lord, I'm not rehashing all that right now.
Sea Dog is the only person that says I'm going on a cruise, but I don't consider it to be a vacation.
Well, I'm there strictly for business. I'm there to help Team Pete win, and you better draft me too.
Oh,
I'm about to say you're assuming that you're on Team P.
I better be on Team Pete. I don't want to freaking be on Team Lou. Come on.
well,
Yeah, put him over there with that fucking Georgia fan. That's
They're
right.
not. It's gonna be full of Georgia fans.
to be fair, Sea Dog would be a good pick. He's coming second and third place like every time.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, what hotel are y'all staying
I
at?
should be one of the first things off the board, if we're being honest. Big Dog Brett's not going either. Which, speaking of which, I met with him. I met with him the other day and got the trophy from him.
Oh, you did get it.
Yeah.
We were curious if that was actually going to happen or not.
Yeah. Hey, you can always count on your old buddy Sea Dog.
Well, not you, just him.
Nah, I know.
Not that he's not reliable. I mean, I knew he'd figured out a way to get it to you, but
Me and Brett have actually hung out a couple times outside of.
okay.
Yeah, I've been to his house, and something about Brett, like y'all, he's never brought his wife for some reason, but y'all would get
Yeah,
on.
he did.
He brought
did last year.
Last year he did.
She was there.
Yeah, she was there. He brought his wife and his
Y'all would
daughter.
get on so well if you partied with her. She's a hoot.
Yeah, he brought his wife and his daughter, didn't he? Yeah.
I know we were in Pigeon Forge. He just brought his daughter. The first year, I think he came by himself.
Yeah.
I don't think he came to IOP.
No, he didn't.
He didn't.
Yeah. And then, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I was sitting there talking to his wife last year. Me and her got along great.
Yeah, they're good. They're we got to
Me and her have similar taste in music.
yeah, I got to hang out with them. We went and ate lunch the other day. So that was cool.
So you got the trophy. What hotel are you staying at?
I don't know.
Is it the same one we're staying at? That's why I'm asking.
I doubt it.
Well, there can't be that many hotels around there. I mean, then, maybe there
Actually, there are a bunch.
is there.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's kind of like it was in Panama. Like there's just bunches of hotels right around there.
Yeah, But that's cool though. We'll be. It'll be.
So have you not booked a hotel yet?
No, we booked it. My wife booked it. I just don't know what it is or what it's called.
It might be the same one as us. We're staying at the Days Inn in Cocoa Beach / Port Canaveral. It's right on the beach.
Okay.
Well, as far as I know, we're staying there. Slim's staying there. Vic's staying there. Lou and Battle Angel are staying there. Traveling Fools and Mrs. Fools are staying there.
Oh wow.
Yeah. There might be more staying there. That's the ones I could think of right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I'll be. Well, we'll be in town, and we'll definitely hang out that night because I'm. Yeah, we're gonna be around and. I'm gonna be looking forward to seeing everybody. I'm gonna hand over
y'all should drive down to where we are like normal because we have the cool hotel with the cool people.
Yeah, I will for sure.
Yeah. BB wants to know what room number I'm staying in. 420. You're welcome to come if you want.
Yeah.
We're boarding at 11 a.m. on Friday.
I think we're doing noon.
Oh, you gonna sleep in?
I guess. I don't know. I didn't really think about it when I did it. Probably should have gone earlier, but
Now,
whatever.
have you ever been on a cruise before?
When I was like a kid, I don't really remember.
Okay, so not as an adult.
No.
So after you board, like there's a 2 or 3 hour period where you don't have your luggage or anything. You just kind of hang out in well, most people drink, but you don't drink.
I'm gonna eat. Don't worry.
Okay, you eat, drink, swim, whatever, before you go to your rooms. So if you're getting on at 12, we'll probably all pretty much be on the boat by then. So you'll have a welcoming party whenever you do get on the boat.
Nice. That'll be great.
We'll be around the pool where the bar is, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's where the party's at. I mean, they have, music and everyone's excited to be there and
Yeah.
yeah.
Stoked.
They get you partying for about 2 or 3 hours and they're like, "Okay, it's time to do the safety briefing."
You have to sit there and freaking listen to them.
Oh yeah, you got to they divide you into groups and then they make you put your life vest on and show you where the lifeboats are and they give you all the safety stuff in case the boat sinks.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's fun. And then that's a good time just to fuck with the staff and start asking them stupid questions that don't matter. Like, what if I fall over? What happens then? Do y'all stop the boat or do I just go ahead and?
What do we do if we're boarded by pirates?
Brett told me definitely not to do that because apparently.
Oh, I did that. I asked him, "What do we do if we get boarded by pirates?"
Pirates. They're gonna.
We're headed to the Caribbean, man.
They're gonna plunder your booty, dude.
So even more reason to let me bring a gun.
Yeah.
Or 5.
Can't bring our guns?
No.
Well, what if pirates attack?
Yeah, don't bring your gun.
That's what I'm saying, man.
We'll be the only ones without them.
Don't bring your gun. Mrs. Pete asked me that. She's like, "Are you bringing a gun?" I go, "No, you're not allowed to."
Yeah, and I don't want to leave it sitting in my car for days, so.
Well, I will do that. I'm bringing one, just not on the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. And leave it.
Yeah, if anybody's listening and wants to rob Pete's car while he's gone.
Good luck finding it. It's a rental.
Oh, a rental, huh?
Yeah, we decided to rent a car to drive down.
Okay, good for you.
Yeah. Am I streaming the NCAA tournament? Yes, I probably will stream some NCAA tournament games if Clemson's in it, which it looks like they're going to get about the 5 seed. So yeah.
Hell, that's the main reason I'm flying down because I can't have a gun anyway, so I ain't got to deal with that with TSA.
Well, you could fly with a gun, you just can't bring it on the boat.
Yeah, I know. So I mean, I can't bring it on the boat. Might as well fly and not drive.
Yeah, I hear you. What rental car company? Why does that matter? You really are trying to find my card, aren't you? Well, I don't think anybody can just drive into the into the parking lot there. It's gated. So good luck with that.
Well, that's good.
I heard fences and walls don't keep people out. That's what I was told.
Who'd you hear that from?
The man on TV.
Yeah,
I've heard that since about 2016.
yeah, I heard that same story. But Vandy Danny's talking about the guy who got stuck. He had an empty shell casing, and you know what's funny is one of my bags that I use is also my gun range bag. So before I go on any trip, like I do a triple, quadruple, quintuple check to make sure there's no like loose ammo or empty shell casings or anything, because they will. I mean, you would think it wouldn't be a big deal; they just throw it away, but no. Depending on where you are, they might throw you in jail for that.
Dang.
Yeah.
For an empty shell casing? Well,
Yeah.
I could see them maybe making a fuss over a live round.
Yeah.
And that's a big maybe. Like, well, I mean, it's one live round, big whoop.
Well, I mean, the logical thing would be if that's all it's in there, just throw it away. But
I would agree.
I got in trouble for that for bringing it to school one time.
what?
Yeah.
What, a gun or
An empty shell casing.
an empty shell casing? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, an empty shell casing isn't going to hurt anybody. Even if you throw it at them, it's not going to hurt them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's stupid.
I know.
But yeah, I understand at school why they wouldn't want that. That's kind of.
Well, even then, it's still an empty shell casing.
Yeah, it's
Once
just.
again, I could see an argument for a live round, but that's so dumb.
It is dumb. I got in trouble a lot of the time for things I didn't understand. I was a very innocent boy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you play that on TV, but we know the real Sea Dog is not
Oh, the
innocent.
real sea dog. What am I? Some kind of
Yeah,
friggin'?
you're not as innocent as you play on TV.
What is that supposed to mean?
I see you.
Exactly what he said.
What?
I see you.
Whatever. I'm gonna
Damn degenerate.
Look, I'm not the one that brought a bullet to school. You are.
Yeah. I
That's
brought a bunch of shit to school, but never a bullet.
one time freshman year of school, and I swear to God, I swear, I had no idea what it was. It was biology class, and I had to come up with a project for biology involving something like a living organism, so plant or sea horses.
So you brought a weed. You brought a weed seed to school.
Yeah.
See?
Well, I didn't actually bring weed. I was like, I found. I just thought it sounded cool, so I thought I would try cloning. A.
Oh my God.
Plant. Yeah. So I proposed. It was my proposal for my project. I hadn't actually done the project, but I did turn it in 3 days later. I proposed that I clone cannabis plants, and
I thought you were smarter than that.
no, I don't know what made you think that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you thought it was a good idea to clone an illegal plant for a school project?
I had no idea what cannabis was. I even asked my granny. I was like, "Hey, Granny, do you think we could get some cannabis?" She's like, "Well, honey, I reckon."
So she got it for you, and you grew
No,
it
we
in
didn't
your room
actually
for
get
your
it.
school project?
I'm about to say, your grandmother was your drug hookup? That's fucking awesome.
No, it was just my it was just
T-Dog's grandma was a hippie. She definitely went to Woodstock.
it was just the proposal, where you have to propose your idea for your project to, and write a paper on it or whatever.
So you failed?
Well, it was. My teacher sent a email to my parents, and he was like, "Yeah, your son has proposed in his assignment that is 3 days late that he wants to clone cannabis. Now I'm assuming I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and assume he doesn't know what cannabis is.
What grade were you in?
I was a freshman.
You were in high school when you didn't know what cannabis was?
Yeah, I do. Come on, man. I was a good kid. I'm telling you. I was a good kid. I didn't. They told me not to do drugs, so I'm like, oh, I better not do that.
Wow.
Yeah, so
I definitely knew what cannabis was when I was in high school.
Bullshit.
he let me freaking redo it, and I chose
Like
baby.
you know, fucking Ballard plays this same little innocent character, and we started peeling back the layers on that too.
Okay. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I
I had,
just don't-
when I was a freshman in high school, I brought
didn't know
cannabis
the
to school
freaking
too, but it was for a
scientific
different
name.
reason. It wasn't to clone it.
I didn't know the scientific name for it. Shoot me. I knew what weed was if you told me what that is, but I mean, damn. I don't know what cannabis is.
Wow. So did you buy any excursions on the cruise?
Nah.
No,
Nah.
I don't think anybody did. At least not yet.
I think Nate did.
Well, Nate did, but then he got a refund for it because we shamed him. he bought some like excursion, like he was going on a date with Nick. He bought a ticket for him and Nick to go on an excursion together.
That's pretty
Oh,
funny.
I didn't know he got a refund on that. I'm sure Nick is kind of pissed.
No, Nick was like, "What the fuck? Like, you didn't even ask me. What if I wanted to do that?" They were going on like a romantic excursion together, the two of them.
It's awesome.
Well, Friday night we're planning on doing we're going to do the draft Friday night. So supposedly there's a basketball court on the ship. So me and Lou are going to do play a game of horse to figure out who's going to get the first pick in the draft, or defer to get the second pick. Whoever wins gets to choose whether they want the first or second pick, is what I'm getting at.
Let's see.
And then after that, we'll do the draft. And then I guess, I'm assuming since we'll be in the Bahamas all day Saturday, we won't do the Slav Olympics then. I guess it's going to be on Sunday because we'll be at sea all day Sunday.
Yeah.
So now, have you heard the what we're doing?
What we're doing?
Yeah, the events.
Oh, no, I didn't realize it was settled on.
Oh, good Lord.
Well, we know two of them for sure. One of them is going to be rock, paper, scissors, like normal.
Yeah.
We know
That's
Sea
just-
Dog doesn't listen to the Lunch Money Show.
Yeah.
I do listen to the Lunch Money Show.
Well, we did
Obviously not, because you would know this information.
we did a whole show on just this. Yeah. Anyway, rock, paper, scissors is going to be one. Probably the event of the century is going to be the relay race, because there's a running track around the ship.
Yeah.
So
I did listen to you talk about this.
not only a relay race, but Lou ordered clown shoes for the runners.
That's awesome.
So you get to run a lap around, and before you relay off to the next person, you've got to take off the clown shoes and give them to the next runner. They have to put the clown shoes on. So there's only one pair of clown, or two pair, one for each team. So yeah, that'll be that.
I'm going to write myself out of that one.
Well, there's only going to be 3 runners on each team. So I get to choose who they are, and Lou gets to choose who they are. So
Yeah, well, if you pick me, don't pick me. And another great piece of advice, don't pick yourself.
yeah, I'm not running in that.
I'll run in it.
And I think you'll probably do well in it. I do have a question though. Does anybody know how fast Vic's chair is?
Ooh.
You can pass Vic at a brisk walk.
Are you sure he doesn't have like a turbo mode on that thing? Like a booster? Like some nitrous oxide, some NOS?
Upgrade to a 24-volt battery or something.
I don't know. I think he might be able to outrun me if I was wearing clown shoes.
Well, maybe.
So,
I mean, I'll put it like this: the fastest I've ever seen him go, he'll probably outrun Chess.
Man,
Oh yeah.
that's that's not that fast though. Wasn't Chess like dead last?
Well, I mean, he's 500 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old Chess. I wonder what he's up to these days.
The only thing we haven't decided on officially yet is what the mental event's going to be, or the So we still have to figure that out.
Well, if it's spelling, you know who to freaking call.
Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do. We talked about doing some sort of math event because we haven't done that yet, but I don't know. Maybe we can all figure that out on Friday night as a group. Like vote on it or something. I don't know. If somebody has a good idea, we'll do that. But that's it. Best 2 out of 3 events wins.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Well, cool. It'll be fun.
Also, I don't know if you heard this, but apparently, I don't know what night it is, but there's a white party.
A what?
Now, I know that sounds racist.
Yeah, I was about to say, did you just say white?
This is not our party. This is a Carnival Cruise thing. Okay, this isn't something we came up with. It's the whole ship.
That sounds like something that
You know how Diddy used to have the white parties every year at his mansion. What it is everyone wears all white.
Wait a minute. It's basically Carnival has a Diddy party. Oh fuck.
Yeah. Carnival's having a Diddy party. Yeah. So, do you own an all white outfit?
No, I don't.
I probably do with my Georgia Tech stuff.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. So you definitely do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta wear like white pants. Like I don't think I own a pair of white pants.
Yeah, the pants will be hard. I'm not sure.
I don't own a pair of white pants. I'll tell you that right now. I own one white shirt. I found it today.
If they're,
I own a white shirt, but I'm not bringing it.
Yeah.
Fuck them. I'll show up wearing whatever I want to wear. Ain't a damn thing they can do about it.
Now, if it were a black party, I could do that. I've got a lot of black clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody on the midday show told me just to wear a sheet. And I was like, I'm not trying to look like a Klan member out there. Like, that's a terrible idea. Now, I guess you could wrap up a sheet like a Roman, what do they call it? A toga.
A toga, yeah.
Yeah, toga.
nice.
Nah, which by the way, is probably a great idea.
That actually would work. You just got to have somebody that knows how to do it. Like, I would just look like I was homeless. I don't know how to wrap a sheet to make it look like a toga. So, I don't know if we'll do that or not.
That sounds fun. I'll see. I'll definitely see if I can get a white friggin' outfit together. I think I actually do have some white Georgia Tech shirts. They're like reversible. So yeah.
I mean, I have some shorts. They're not white, but they're close to it.
Yeah, I've got some like light gray shorts. Would that work? I mean, what are they gonna do? Kick you out and say, you've got gray shorts on instead of white? Get out of here! I'm like, fuck you. Where am I gonna go? I'm on a ship.
Kind of welcome here, Pete.
I'll show up wearing fucking bright orange and dark green and tell them to fuck off. Wear what the hell I want to wear.
I do have a white hat.
System.
I got a white hat and a white shirt. That ought to be good enough.
I have a white hat on. So yeah, I'm good there. Definitely got a white shirt.
Yeah, but you can't, like, most people are going to be wearing, like, you can't show up in, like, white basketball shorts, a white Georgia Tech hat, and a wife beater. I mean, I guess you could, but.
Not a wife beater, but, like, oh, it has to be nice clothes?
I don't know about nice, but.
Well, damn.
Not looking like you're about to play pickup basketball at the playground.
Well, that's not like white clothes I have. Jeez.
Hell, the shorts I'm talking about are fucking cargo shorts any damn way.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not that highfalutin.
Yeah.
I don't know what the color of your clothes has to do with being highfalutin, but
I don't own white pants, so apparently highfalutin people do.
oh, I don't either. I don't even like white.
Stains too easy.
Well, I like white. I just don't. White, it gives me trouble because I get stains. You know? I definitely have some stained white.
I believe that.
What?
I got that too.
Stained clothes?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, but I think what we'll do in light of an excursion which is going to cost, I don't know. Has anybody looked at how much those excursions cost? What are they, like $100 a person, $200 a person? I have no idea.
Right in between there, yeah. Some of them are even more expensive.
Yeah. So,
Like if you want to possibly get molested by a dolphin, I think that's like $300 a person.
I'm all for just finding a good spot on the beach where they have a tiki bar and just planting my ass there for 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Swim.
Yeah, right? Yeah, go out and enjoy the water.
I don't know.
The beach.
Sea Dog, do you want to go like scuba diving or something? Go swim with the dolphins? Get
Not
molested
really.
by a dolphin?
No, not really.
Yeah, me either. Now, Fools did have a good point. He was like, that public beach that's right near where the ships are, there might be 1 million people there. He's like, maybe we just jump in a cab and go to like a private beach
Yeah.
somewhere. But as long as they're serving drinks, I don't give a shit, honestly.
Right. Well, and here's the thing too. Normally, I would tend to agree with him, but I mean, how packed is it going to be on a random weekend in March?
It'll be
Like, we were
more
talking,
packed than
you
you
know-
think. Yeah, it'll be more packed than you think. Because we're not.
Maybe, but like I could see it being way worse in May or June than it's going to be in March.
I don't know. I mean, there's going to be 3 or 4 cruise ships there at the same time we are. We're not going to be the only party in town.
Yeah, well, maybe. I know when I took a cruise, we were the only cruise ship in Cozumel.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Nate. What's up, Nate? Nate's there already.
What?
Yeah, Nate went yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah. Nate headed to Florida. They're gonna go to Disney World and shit.
Yeah.
He's gonna go to NASA.
They're in New Smyrna Beach, which I think is just where is that compared to? Is it just north?
Yeah, it's basically in between Cocoa Beach and Daytona.
Yeah, Billy, we're definitely going to do something for both BVD and Golden Blue Dude, for sure. Yeah, don't worry, and we'll videotape it and upload it to YouTube and everything. Yeah, of course, BVD, one of the original founders of the Slob Olympics. Him and
His
Uncle,
idea, after all.
huh?
It was his idea, after
Yeah,
all.
it was his idea. So we will definitely do that. Yeah, we're gonna miss him.
Yeah.
We're gonna miss a lot of people. A lot of people couldn't come. I mean, we knew that when we scheduled this thing because it's not just your standard, drive somewhere and get a Motel 6, thing. It's a little more expensive. So we knew that was going to happen. But, yeah, we'll miss everybody who's not coming.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It won't be the same without old Law Tide and BBD there. Huh? Law Tide? No.
No.
He's going on a cruise in December. He said he just couldn't, financially, he couldn't swing it, which is totally
And of
understandable.
course,
Yeah.
yeah, and then of course Slaw isn't going to be there either.
Yeah. Well,
Slaw's not doing either. Gee.
he's got a legitimate reason, though.
What's that?
Yeah.
He's got a court date.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
So I love y'all, but I wouldn't get locked up for going on the cruise either. So,
That sucks.
yeah.
I would.
Yeah, I said Golden Blue Dude. Yeah. The trophy is named after Golden Blue Dude.
Yeah, it says it on there.
We might need to add BBD to that, too, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Jackpot's coming.
Yeah, that's awesome news. And speaking of Jackpot, I tried his. I was in the store the other day, and for the first time, I saw the freaking chips the company he works for. Are y'all familiar with these?
Utz? Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen them before or had them.
What?
Yeah, no, I have never seen them.
What, does he work for Golden Plate potato chips?
No, he works for Utz.
For Utz, whatever that is.
Oh,
Yeah, they're good.
okay. Yeah, I know what they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're really good.
Yeah, they are good.
It would have just been way funnier if it was Golden Plate.
Look who's in the house. We got D4 Sports in the house.
Yo,
Talk about missing somebody.
no kidding.
Gonna miss him too.
What the hell, Defoe?
Yeah, Defoe.
D4.
I hope he's doing good. He got married last year. You
my man.
you went there, didn't you?
I went, yeah.
Yeah.
Me and BBD.
Yeah, we got invited, but it just conflicted with something else we were doing.
Yeah.
Or it was between two trips. We just couldn't make another trip. But yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time. D4 is a man.
D4 is the man. No, Utz, not putts. Nate, get it together. I know they don't have those in Nebraska,
no,
probably.
Nate, you're a putz.
So anyway, it's a three-day journey, but it'll really be 4 because we're all. It seems like everybody's getting there a day early, pretty much. Some people
Yeah.
getting there earlier than others.
Yeah.
What time
really,
do you?
for a lot of us, it's going to be 5.
Yeah.
We didn't want to risk being, missing it or whatever. And also, driving up would have sucked.
Well, when are you leaving?
Thursday morning.
Okay, same as us. We'll probably get there around the same time.
Yeah.
I think Slim's the only one flying in. He's the furthest away. Oh wait, no, Nate flew in.
Yeah, Nate flew in.
And what about shit? Who? There's somebody coming from Alabama too. And a Ballard. They're
Oh,
flying.
that's right. Well, I mean, Ballard's kind of a resident of both states, though, because his parents live in, I think he said Tampa.
You'll be seeing us. Are you coming, Hoghead? Oh, you'll be missing us. Okay, sorry. Yeah, we'll miss Hoghead too. A lot of people. Joey Foster can't come because of health reasons. That sucks.
Yeah, I heard Mark Rogers canceled, too.
Well, he was supposed to go with Joey. He was supposed to go with Joey.
Oh.
So, yeah. It looks like we got about 30 people. It started at around 40, and we lost about 10 somewhere along the way. So, about 30 people.
Man, that sucks.
All right. Speak of the devil. What's up, Nate?
Not much, man. Just hanging out in the condo, basically.
Yeah.
We went to St. Augustine today and went to the what fort? What's it called? Fort. I don't know.
You don't even know where you went.
Spanish fort that's, you talking about the old Spanish fort that's there?
Yeah, Callisto de San Marcos. Yeah. Something like that, yeah.
How was that?
It was pretty good. I actually thought, I don't know if it was bigger than Sumter. I don't know. I mean, it's the same size. I have no idea.
Did you go to the Fountain of Youth and drink some water?
I drink a lot of water, to be honest. No, but they did have like a refill. No, I don't. No, I didn't. Sorry.
They had a refill for what?
But no, a refill fountain. I meant like a refill.
No, Nate, the Fountain of Youth is in St. Augustine. I asked if you got any water from the Fountain of Youth.
Oh. No, I haven't.
Okay, well, don't do it. It tastes nasty.
So you drank it.
Oh, yeah, I've had water from the Fountain of Youth.
Oh.
So it didn't
Not
work.
very good.
It didn't work is what you're saying.
I mean, I'm not saying it didn't work.
say how long ago.
I'm just saying that it doesn't taste very good.
It tastes like bath water or something.
A lot of minerals in it.
Yeah. Probably smells like sulfur.
Belly, go on. Go.
It's not overwhelming, the smell at all, but like I said, it's very. It's weird, like almost to say, but like a stale taste to it. Like I don't know how water gets stale, but
It looks like a nice condo, Nate. Check this out. Yeah.
yeah, my granddad had a timeshare in New Smyrna Beach. I don't know if he still does or not. I don't think he does, but
How far is that from the port? Like an hour?
I don't know exactly.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've made that drive.
So what, Nate? What are you going to do for the next 3 days? I like how Nate joins the show and then just doesn't join the show. Like,
Yeah.
Neat.
Like I actually, TK brought it up and it reminded me on their show. I think Bike Week is this week.
no
in
shit.
Daytona.
Really?
I think so.
I would say
Might
that's
be next week, but I think it's this week.
I would say that's great news for a lot of reasons, but also it's going to create traffic though, a lot.
Sorry about
A lot.
Yeah, so that's not good.
Yeah, I lost connection for a little bit. My bad.
Let me look this up because that might change my leaving time. If there's bike week there.
I found out that me and Nick, or me and my mom and dad and Nick, are not boarding until 11:30. So
That's great news. Yeah, so Friday, February 28th through Sunday, March 9th. So it really won't affect, because if we're going on Thursday, it won't, well, I guess it actually still might, because they'll be driving in on Thursday. It'll definitely affect us leaving on Monday.
yeah, we're leaving Monday too.
Well,
I don't know.
everybody's leaving Monday.
Monday, by then you'll probably be fine.
Nate, you can't leave on Sunday. You know that, right? Because you're going to be on a boat.
I said Monday, not Sunday.
Yeah, I know. You said yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
If you tried to leave on Sunday, that'd be a long swim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And plus I'm not a really good swimmer, so.
That's not good.
I'm gonna have to kill some time Monday because my return flight isn't until like 4 o'clock.
AOC dog, you know your buddy Rec Talk?
Yeah, I know.
I bought some. I bought some 4 cigars for him.
Some what?
You bought some cigars for him?
Really?
Bought him some. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. It was from it was from St. Augustine, one of the market stores. So.
I see how it is. You buy it for him, but not anybody else.
Well, I bought 4, so I mean, you can.
Don't worry, I don't want one anyway. Rec Talk's bringing me one.
Oh, okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nate wants like 25 people to share 4 cigars.
Hey, I'm not smoking anything, so you have
Fine,
all you want.
24 people to share 4 cigars.
I mean, to be fair, my dad is gonna borrow one, so some of you can have one.
Well, like I said, Rec Talk's bringing me like a I don't know. He's a connoisseur, so I trust his taste.
Yeah.
I'm not saying your cigars are shitty. I'm sure they're great, but
No, I have no idea because I never smoked a cigar. So,
yeah.
Yeah, this guy was like he owns a store where I got the cigars from, and I asked him what's the recommended cigars because I have no idea what they taste.
Yeah,
like.
because you wouldn't know if they sold you a Philly blunt as or as Cuban.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd sell him a pack of Black and Milds and tell him it's Cubans.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't know either.
Pack of Black and Miles for $80.
Actually, it was $86, by the way.
That's not bad for four
Holy
cigars.
Shit.
For 4 cigars, that's not bad.
Well, for
I mean, it's not bad, but
not cheap.
I mean, that's kind of. I mean, it's higher end than the majority of what I buy.
And my dad said it has to be under $10. So that's not gonna happen.
Well, that didn't matter. That didn't work because it's $20. If it's 4 for 80, that's 20.
Yeah, it's like a buy 5 get one. No, buy 4 get 1 free. So that's 5.
Okay.
So yeah. But yeah. I mean, I might there's might be a time on the cruise I might be reading a book. I don't know why.
Reading's good for you, Nate.
Playboy magazine does not count as a book.
No.
It does if you read the articles.
Okay, are you going to read the articles?
What's hype?
He's too young to get the joke, I think.
No,
Probably.
I get the joke. The articles is with the swimsuit.
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ! He's talking about fucking Sports Illustrated.
Where the hell did I put my freaking? Uh-oh.
I don't know. I don't know if Playboy still makes it. B-Bean says, "Does Playboy still make a magazine?" I have no idea.
They are. His kids run it.
Last I heard, after Hugh Hefner died, his son took over, and he wanted to get rid of nudity in Playboy. And everyone was like, "What?"
Wait, what?
You do realize that's why people buy it, right?
Yeah.
The worst business model ever.
Like actual books I brought. I don't know what this is about, but I haven't read it before.
Oh, that looks like some Game of Thrones type of stuff there. Yeah.
Maybe. Looks like freaking Percy Jackson shit.
I don't even know what that is, but
Yeah, I don't either.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, you and the 5 80-year-old women will be the only people reading books on the cruise.
No, I won't be reading the whole time. I'm just probably reading when I'm bored. Which is
Now I got some books for my flight.
You did? Nice.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I got some books downloaded on my phone.
Also, how's the flight? Or no, we haven't done it yet. Wow. Brain fart.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're going to visit NASA. When are you doing that?
I think we're doing
Nate's
that
going to
tomorrow.
space camp.
Yeah.
All right.
Are they going to put you in one of those astronaut uniforms and let you swim around in a swimming pool like you're in space?
Now, I did say I'd not go swimming. If I did that, I'd probably drown.
Well, you can't drown because you have a suit on. Kind of the point.
Yeah, you have a
Well, I know,
spacesuit on with like
even if I
oxygen and
mess-
shit.
Even if I mess the suit up, probably. But but yeah.
Like they need to let Nate go up and like they have these specially made like C-130s that will go up to like 50,000 feet.
Oh yeah,
and then just go into a nosedive and you got like zero gravity for 30 seconds.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think Nate's too tall to be an astronaut. Don't you have to be like short to do that? Because you have to fit inside of that little tiny capsule. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
I don't know if they have a height limit, but that would make sense.
They might actually.
I think they do.
Yeah. I can fit. Not even joking. I can fit to a Camaro. Even though.
Like I know, even in the Air Force, like certain fighter jets, you can't be over a certain height because you can't fit in the cockpit. Like the glass will come down on your head.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to be like short like Tom Cruise in Top Gun.
Yeah.
He's like 5'2".
Wait, is he really?
Yeah, he's short. I don't know if he's 5'2", but he's short.
He's a little alien.
Right.
But no. Speaking of Air Force, I was actually looking. It was like 2 months ago, but I actually was looking into to be in the Air Force, like to enroll. But I tried to research of the what I you don't want to mean, but epileptic people, if they have like a certain job in the Air Force, if they are allowed.
Yeah, I don't know about that. A lot of blinking lights on a plane.
Well, Air Force is not just, well, it is just planes, but there's other jobs in that I think. But
Well, I hear they're looking for air traffic controllers if you need a job.
well, I can use sunglasses if this was blinking. I don't know if it worked, but yeah, I actually canceled it. I didn't want to take the chance, so although I was thinking about it, trying to,
Imagine you're on a plane about to pull away from the gate, and you look down outside of your window, and Nate's out there controlling the plane with a couple of glow sticks.
Oh, yeah. Last time I did I guess flying a plane was the closest one I ever did. It was a flight simulator, and like in the simulator cockpit things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that one of those. I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. I was doing like freaking flips, somersaults. Yeah.
Yeah, somersaults in a plane is not a good idea for Nate. No.
Yeah.
Well, Nate, we'll see you in a couple of days, buddy.
All right, I'll see you a couple of days. Can't wait, y'all. See ya. Love y'all.
All right, have fun at NASA in the pool. What's up, Vic?
Yeah, what's up, y'all?
I was just about to end the show. You came on at the wrong time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're a day late and a dollar short.
Okay.
So, but it was nice talking to you, though.
Yeah. So I'll
All right.
see y'all Thursday.
See you later, Vic.
Yeah, see you, Vic.
It was nice talking to Vic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always is.
All right, Slim.
Yeah, sir.
Take it easy, buddy.
You said you're not doing the midday show tomorrow?
Well, I got to go pick up the rental car tomorrow at noon. So I might,
okay.
when I get back, I might do one. It might not be till like 1 o'clock till I do it though. But yeah, I might do it.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll see.
I was just curious.
All right, man.
Yes, sir.
Later. All right, Sea-Dog.
All right, man.
We did. I guess I'll see you on. Well, I know I'll see you on Friday, but we might see you on Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday night.
Thursday night. You and B-Dog and is Rex staying?
My wife. Yeah.
And Rex talking to your wife. Drive down to the Days Inn in Cocoa Beach and hang out with us at least for an hour or two.
Oh yeah, we definitely will.
All right.
I'm gonna bring y'all the trophy.
Oh yeah, you got to bring the trophy. That's right.
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all deal with the hassle of getting it on board.
You give it to Lou.
Yeah, I don't want this.
I don't want it either. All right. All right, man. See you later.
Great, see ya.
All right. All right. Appreciate you all tuning in. If you were here for ACC talk, we did that for the first 20 minutes of the show before we devolved into the Slob Olympic cruise talk that's happening this week. So if you can just hit the rewind button if you want to hear some ACC talk. We talked about the ACC lawsuit deal and a little bit about basketball. So there will be an ACC show next week. We get back on Monday, so we should be here next Tuesday, and we'll rehash what happened on the cruise, and we'll also talk about some ACC tournament stuff, which also starts next week on the 11th, which I think. Look, watch how I do this. I'm pretty sure today's the 4th. The 11th is exactly a week from today. So there might be ACC basketball tournament games on during the ACC show, so we can talk about that as well. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your Tuesday, and I'll talk to you soon.